a dog home at the say. Then it's what to make a good morning, baby. I fine.
Champion, no sir.
And I did the young quite chair. When I heavy, I don't pay.
I don't know, you survive,
Very well. Now, but it's who be but may train say baby once. No, my much you. So does a miniano to be good to our trio. Very well. About me from. Why? But first of all, Doc want to say I no pay na message our man last week. You go so ye di a home come and bra. We realized there were major playbacks on major television stations across the country. I mean, except of the address, you know, Mosanso ATM BM said the Beya Ghana for Ebeho and Komotichiwa na Dr. Bawumia epese what did to do. But I bet the ties are dear yechi na message, you know, Ghana for a fan said they're not more expecting na.
I think the most important thing is and direct broadcast was to ensure so Obia or no Ebiana or ye program that on Nam Kwai so into me and could do fee and MTB. And I say be a nabi binti, Wakoka baby, I went to me and Rebino. And that not will afford them an opportunity to say or let's say the key aspect of the program no in the comfort of their homes. So no Malayana could see that we are going to be only there. Be a quasariaba, I don't know what they are there. See, that was the whole idea. And again, I don't so call to reinforce the point that you're making. Say the objective of their Dr. Bawumia and say Ghana for should be properly informed as they make their decisions come December 2024. And therefore, Fred say PR gimmicks, and yet it is what they are not saying. Here, man, come from to ensure, say, the message should get to the people. The people should hear what Dr. Bawumia has to offer. That almost take a decision. When you say, for Pema Indigenous will take a decision. And Yamiadom so far, no, what be the dance here say, so far so good. I didn't know, say, how many days, a few days ago now, or your presentation, but it's basically taking the center stage of the entire conversation across the country. And then I say almost every single person, maybe will be able to me. They are or your teacher debate me a chair. They are Dr. Bawumia, your personal your education. Or they are tons papers. They are or your trader. They are Ukrainian mafia butcher, but with me a child. They are Dr. Bawumia say, open say or yeah, friend saying exports, any imports, any traders, especially when it comes to tax issues. They are or your businessman can clearly pinpoint what Dr. Bawumia say, oh yeah, that's the whole essence, that's the whole idea. The idea is to ensure say every Ghanaian everywhere can identify himself with what Dr. Bawumia has for the country and be able to make decisions based on that. The enthusiasm is high. In the midst of all of this, one of the things I should say quickly is say most people are also sending feedback. Oh, say, Dr. Bawumia program now say, this is not a manifesto.
Exactly.
This is the highlights of some of the issues he wants to come up with. And see, the manifesto will come. Based on that, we are getting a lot of feedback from people who believe that they can also input ideas into the vision of Dr. Bawumia to even make it even better. And also, just our feedback to ensure, say, ultimately, by the time the manifesto comes out, it's a complete document that reflects, very reflective, aspirations Ghana Libya say to come be
Very well. Now, what about the contest where one would say, yes, message in the I call for more person Ghana Libya no ete message na wojina so edi make informed decision. Now, in the context of convincing the people to get their buy-in, based on more assessment in the last few days, yedi address here enkomo do you foresee say Dr. Bawumia nsem no what the two jano convince Ghanaians ana?
See, you see, yeka nyina yeko be nyina. No cry about Ghana for have a choice to make between two people predominantly.
Exactly.
There are so many other candidates in there, but even just to say predominantly the choice is between Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. And see, a lot of things are taken into consideration, and yet the referendum on MPP and the December 2024. And penny for me, you know, Omoyum with you say, on person with your mind, Omo and a Ghana for Jimmy say, a Quemu Angata, your mind and sir, obviously, I share now with your mind. That is the decision we have to make. If you walk out with you, say, and send me to walk and Kawunya, and your back come once and so. Options in the United or options, so that is the other very important pointer. Especially in making say, ultimately, we are going to make a choice between Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and then John Dramani Mahama. The decision is about which of these two leaders has the credibility, the integrity, and the capacity to take Ghana to the next level. And see, His Excellency John Mahama, why campaign I think May 2023. But when the waka actually Ghana for say, and ye bia no, me di omampeni abedi echida. Maba bedi omampeni ankasa. Me di omampeni abedi echi no, ensama me kache mu nie. Dia etubi ye nie. Me be ye omampeni no me bam ho besere mo so ma ye omampeni abedi echi. In fact 22 over the IE debate o kache Ghana for jina say ono de o ye spare driver all toa omampeni dada John Ivasatame was a Juba or Shasi. Now, Australia for say, and Kabeya, okay, into about the 2012 elections, so like office spare driver. Now, main driver. Now, on to say Ghana, into the promises be to film and do academic Kaiba could be. Or see a baby kiss you say, Baba for hairdressers, dressmakers, Obina Bejan solar power. No more to be the Ayoba Juma. Any idea? All these are all things I gather for baby bisa say, who put the yes, I did you banana sama or say Brabe. Na Yedema ono, a number ben na would to me 2 years, a crime ben out on mine faso. Would to be justify on one. And on the better whether can afford the 2 Obama or not some day, Omontomao. And that same bill, no, Omo Besha said, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, would the Unanya Pampeni or your Bampedia Bedici? Or Mampenia Bedici Jubano, I had a share one son. Nanka would you mapa anything. Na a crime ben now this side you no a faso. Wo ni ye usu ene wo buying wa hofa ene de keka honi nyina no et saying eno so ena Ghana for babehwe no maka se oh empo dia wo ka che se wo ba wo be ye no esa ne se wunya yo mampedi da na wo di yo mampedi abedi e che de hwe dwumedi a wodi ye aso mampedi abedi che na ye gidi se ye to ba ma wo bedu no kre na wo di honi na wo tumi ahwa ye den ayabaye. These are the critical things Ankasa Ghana for going into the elections. And based on Sanyoma Wintina, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia asserted tone for a conversation around issues, a conversation around credibility, a conversation around what any of the candidates has done before, and then a conversation around what the vision and the plan is by this person for the people of Ghana. On the other candidate, in fact, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the policies Mako 70 in the bias are najono. 70 policies in the bias are najono. I don't know who come on the na Ghana ni bia say some beton there, some ye mason, some ye mechanic, some ye say some poma there, and ye be bibi wo hwa o mampenia be de che wo ma me ana. Na de wo ma be no be gidi say no na be bo me ana. Na me de compare dia John Dramani Mahama so so oba obeye. Na me hwe omo nyina omo track record afan. And I'm gidi so bit my army. Not gonna never know what Obama ni deeper open.
Very well. Now, how about those who are saying, sir, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, after getting the opportunity to speak to Ghanaians, he could have easily admitted, sir, he has been part of this government. In fact, and many be akoye, e been so ankoye, but regardless, moving forward, obehu kwa obefa so obetinete, but presumably, and Kufuor Free say oberane President Kufuor down. I mean, making it look as if a certain major policies are buying or can't be. One more at the buy, I mean, when him saying yet, why should Ghanaians wait till he become president? And sana with me abeteki away those major policies are Ghana for For example, is the e-levy. For example, a emission tax our cars or bad. There will be nothing like emission tax plus other charges are what digital transactions are. So now Ghanaians believe say you are there. If you have any capacity of doing it, why don't you do it now? But wait till you become president and sana wababe.
First of all, let's put this on record. Say the entire time Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Kasa of UPS, at no point in time did he run down the president, and I even seek to run down the president. A spin and twister, you never everything for the better, and the unions use so many accounts. Obekaya, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia said, "Obesha Kasa, make it very important point. In fact, that was his first line. Or say." He is going to situate his speech in context. In context. And the conversation should be held in context. Number of paragraphs are okay, our UPSC. Our speech, 174 paragraphs. 174 paragraphs. So 174 paragraphs. 107 was dedicated purely to the performance of Nana Adedankwa Kufuor the NPP government. 107. Okay, where we have come from as a country. Performance, successes of Nana Adedankwa Kufuor the NPP by RTV. We know some challenges are ya encounter. Difficulties are ya encounter. Any Nyama ya the kaya to me he spent almost about 1 hour 45 minutes. 107 out of 174 of the speech now was centered on the performance of the Adedankwa Kufuor. Obia Kasa Adipano is not being truthful. The person is just doing propaganda and spinning. That is not true. Obekaya, Okeka, performance achievement, MPP, RTB in the various sectors in the area. Or some the difficulties a counter here in the year 2020 as a result of COVID. And how COVID affected what all we have done between 2017 till 2020, and how since 2023 till now, he believes that some of the interventions we have put in place is bringing some positive returns, and he believes that eventually, these things will improve because a lot of them are yielding results. I don't know if you recall, and I want to confirm if you remember. If you don't remember, yesterday those who watched were confirmed said they are making correct. So let us put this on record. Say 107 out of the 174 paragraphs. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia addressed the performance, challenges, and difficulties of the MPP government. And he admitted why we couldn't. He believes that we've had challenges as a government, and then he enumerated in detail where he thinks we have done so well. That sets the tone for where we are now as a country. It is based on where we are. And Oman developing a vision for the future. You don't go and develop your vision based on where Ghana was in 2016 or 2012. You develop your vision based on where Ghana is today. It's based on that. I'm not saying, Ojidi say, nearby Yabaye asset for the new Ghana we want to see come 2025. For example, he gave a very classic example, say, after 2017, now the total number of people on Ghana card is 900,000. Now Ghana card, now our NIU phone database, but unless I know, can say, Ghana card number and one year tax identification number.
Exactly.
And your Ghana card number and one year Senate number.
Yeah.
And see, basically now the Ghana card is being synchronized and has been synchronized to almost about 5-6 other institutions and agencies that are previously in anyhow. What it means is that and then Nanka Nipaka Krabi the Twitia taxes into your mom taxes baby any aboard Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is saying that Ghana about bedroom pempes to be and then you better be at Nipa baby now by say tax brackets in him. Then be able to reduce the taxes now Nipano Etiano. Eti or GD say or G2 say one. The VT say 11. Under the exigencies of the moment, under the current circumstance, or GD say another for the MPP government needed to raise the revenue. And when you say you raise this cano. But come January 2025, obey 11 free because tax reforms are ordered in 2025. And that bonus still yet to be raising the needed revenue here without necessarily taxing digital platforms. And I say introducing e-levy or person or no use as a base for building the new economy going into the future. So that new Ghana, that formal economy, a lot of things had to be done between 2017 till now. There are so many things I hope from 2025 you couldn't have done in between 2017 and now. Like what I've told you about Ghana card and the synchronization. Now that the synchronization has been done, we can begin to look at the formal and the new economy that he wants to build. Okay. And if that is what he wants to do there, and you say, obey better than what digital platforms to sleep you. Then the Pado donate to be used our platform to build the economy that he is looking for. And he is not necessarily saying, Nana Kufuor has done anything wrong. He is basically saying, at every point in time, now what to say, now what can we? Now the improvement people are going to be their bar, now what to be their bar. And in his view, come 2025, e-levy mbre aso, say be year free emission tax mbre aso, say be year free on Jim this say that VAT to electricity so it is a and also why they we year free. For me, this is a leader who is in tune with the reality of the day and understands the Ghana that we want to build come 2025 and is tailoring solutions exactly for the people of Ghana.
Very well. Miracle. Now, finally, many will be running mate issues. Yes, I pop up BM. You are part of the team. That been a Ghana for sharing because I don't pay offer dispatcher where the majority of NPP members have settled on Opoku Prempeh as Bawumia's running mate, NPP national officer, and Nono Edaho. Oko a year the daily guide. Bawumia running mate Onyina sticks his neck out, and also a year the daily guide bar and offer a year the daily searchlighter. Or the baby Mighty Opoku Prempeh will be best compliment for Bawumia NPP National Youth Wing, and a lot more. And to these discussions, when are we going to see an end to it?
I mean, normal. Normal.
But that's an
what do you say? In fact, with practice, normally you be running this cry from June, July of the election period. And it's just that your constitution for free and can say the nomination of the running mate should be before, I think within 11 months or so before the next elections. But what we did was that we went, your friend say, you call National Council, Vice President call National Council, ECOG waiver on that particular provision so that you can have some time to consider. He needs to take his time to get a perfect match for the running mate. Will be our complementary.
Perfect match. What kind of trait would the Vice President be considering and the party at large?
Broadly, the running mate should be one that be able to see, on the one day from Kufuor. So I just say, and see, so we to see a mass more. Now we are doing English, and so who to bring Kufuor or also are doing English. There's a million more better more mass. And see, the whole strength in English, and so far running it on also the strength here mass. So the boy English and also the mass I think wow. Be just a level of team play, teamwork, cooperation, every the whole. Be on your over ambitious, a bit creating unnecessary tension, and the government. Those are critical things that open running mate will be now they applicate. See, we should be rest assured say at the right time, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia would announce the running mate. I'm coming to you. A friend say, John Mama, His Excellency, you say, I don't know the money pressure.
I want to cry there with her, no crying your problem because I no pay. I no there because no daily graphic cried at the bar no pay. NDC running mate hit up. Now no Poku Ajiman lease pack to go after this name pops up, and only a daily graphic there on the bar no pay. And say it is not just about Dr. Bawumia and the NPP.
And then more money, you need to
But one in the contest. Now the point is that a lot of names are popping up. Is the vice president considering those names though?
So no, now if your mama son also a spare driver, it's the also the boss up a spare driver, papa. Oh, you know the interesting thing about MPP near running mate issues and say, a bit me a phobia, Obekaya in the past, you know, 2007 actually, yeah, running mate in some 2008, you Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Now Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia come home.
Yeah.
Ediana, a war will be in in fact, you know, inside the room where almost all the big men are, no more fees on money, on my dress here, on my prepare, on my bush for them fans, all of them were in the room near a young Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia out of nowhere. And they don't do one answer can say, oh no. And they ran made to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, and the rest is history. And it could be anybody. It could be anybody. And the most important thing is that ultimately, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia will give a perfect match for the party going into 2024.
Very well. Miracle, I'm grateful for your time. Maybe any didn't come out. Why? But I'm sure any promotion is so bad. I mean, we will all celebrate it. Thank you. All right. And Dennis Miracle Abuaje, a part of Dr. Bawumia's campaign, and our near day and come on, bringing us to 2 after 8. This is Kessben, Pacho on 92.9 radio, and Wotia no pay. What join you live on TV? This is Kessben Television on DSTV, channel 364, Go TV, channel 121 on Facebook, Kessben TV, and Kessben.